So I had some trouble with this one because for some reason
What do we
the
know about Argent
videos
Moon?
wouldn't download and
Only
kept
research
on
station.
redirecting me.
Went dark 19 months ago.
So
Last week, KKR
I
scavengers found it and sold the
re-recorded
find to
my
Jul and Dama's people.
videos
We
using
clear the
screen
covenant and return the
capture
station to
right
Arnie.
off of
Fastest route to retrieval is to
YouTube,
seize central
which is why
control.
there's that red
Eliminate
bar
hostiles between
on the
here and there,
bottom
and
when you're
deactivate gravity and life
playing the
support
video.
systems. Ship data center is just ahead. We can pull down
And then I
Argent Moon
took all the
schematics there.
videos and put them in iMovie.
Why do we have to do downloading? So
Yeah.
boring. Takes forever.
And this is how, the trouble I had on this level originally was I couldn't kill the jackals and the elites in the first part, and you just need to kill those two grunts and get that plasma pistol, and it's all about using the plasma pistol. And the difference between this game and any other Halo game where you're using the plasma pistol to take out things' shields is you basically like auto fire it, and it's a semi-automatic weapon, but you just pull the trigger as fast as you can. And that's, in this game, it's more effective than charging it up and doing a charge shot, because a charge shot will use up 10% of the battery in the plasma pistol, and you'll probably miss too. And then it'll be overheated for a few seconds, you will have missed, and you will have burnt up more of your ammo. But if you just fire it a bunch, it's actually like really effective at taking down their shields, and then you just need to switch to your semi-automatic headshot weapon like the Magnum or DMR battle rifle, carbine. As you can see, I'm just having no trouble taking those elites down. I think I didn't have the famine skull on just because this is such a long level of a few difficult parts in it. So I just, I think I could have probably done it with the famine skull on. But I still get 1,000,000 points, and that's really all I was going for. This is the first mission where you're Master Chief, and there aren't that many Master Chief missions. There's only 4. There's like twice as many Osiris missions.
Target the jackal.
Elite here, but I'm on it. On it.
Roger.
Yeah, I've got the Grunt birthday party skull on, but grunts aren't in every level, so like if it's just a Promethean level, you don't even get a lot of use out of Grunt birthday party skull.
Data center is just ahead. Let's go.
They also have the I Would Have Been Your Daddy skull on, which you notice once you start fighting the Warden Eternal, because he's always saying silly stuff now.
We've got a complete set of datasec keys for the station. We should be able to
And
pull down
Master Chief
Argent Moon
looks like he only
schematics
has
and find
3
a path to central
fingers,
control.
and he kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle. Every time he touches
Access
a
the
panel, I
data
think he
banks.
looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Grab the data and current population map.
Should be a straight shot to central control through the assembly bay ahead. There's still prowlers in the hangar bays. Nobody from Oni got out of here alive, did they?
No.
Let's go. Elevator.
Central control's straight across this bay.
And I'm confused about
They
this,
must be stripping
how
that experimental
Master
ship
Chief
for parts.
has a squad
Scavengers,
of other
taking what supplies they
Spartans,
can find.
because
The Covenant's war
Master
against
Chief
the
was the
Arbiter must
last
not be going
Spartan.
well.
And
Jul and
now
Dama is a lot of things.
John
He's no
Locke is a
prophet.
Spartan, and the guy from ODST, Buck. He's a Spartan. And a lot of the characters from the Fall Reach book that Master Chief had squad mates there alive again. Maybe they never actually died. But really, you know, when you tell someone that Master Chief is the last Spartan, you know, earlier, you know, they didn't know that because they don't really say that in the video games. So they just went ahead and, you know, threw out some of the expanded content that was saying that he was the last Spartan and just saying, you know, that's not actually canon and not all the Spartans died on Reach, actually. And this is kind of something the fans wanted because they always wanted there to be more Spartans. I didn't know why I picked up a storm rifle for a second. The plasma pistol is actually better than the storm rifle. The storm rifle is just going to run out of ammo instantly. I love getting those long shots, not that they mean anything. I'm noticing there's a lot of parts in this level where there are all these ramps that you're climbing up like this, and there are just like waves of enemies fortified. I think this happens like 3 times. Oh man, the Covenant is so much more fun to fight than the Prometheans, the way, you know, you can do this style of gameplay with the plasma pistol, just taking down their shield and either meleeing them or shooting them in the head and finishing them off. Way better than fighting Prometheans. The soldiers take so much more ammo, the knights are just awful.
Pick up that weapon.
They send more knights, they're basically like the hunters. Except they'll send way more knights at you than they will hunters, because that's another like story element that hunters always come in pairs. And love fighting those jackals. Just they're like little elites. Or I even, you know, they almost make those jackals look like the children of the elites, the Sangheili, but no, they're different alien species. Just shoot him in the head. Feels great.
Push through this resistance and reach central control.
And yeah, I switched back to my Magnum because more ammo. So I run out of ammo for DMR. I feel like the DMR doesn't really have that. That's actually why the carbine's kind of the best headshot weapon because they'll carry the most ammo. Other people, they don't like the Grunt birthday party skull. They think that the confetti and especially the yay is stupid. I think it makes it more fun. Sort of helps me. I feel like I get more Grunt headshots when the skull is on.
Move up, sure.
You know, you can't really tell on this level, but later on the other levels you play as Master Chief, I feel like the squad, when I get downed, they don't try as hard as the Osiris squad to pick me back up. I feel like I bleed out more times. I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining things. I even sometimes just kill enemies all the way with the plasma pistol instead of switching to the Magnum right after getting their shield down to finish them off. Just because you can finish them off with the plasma pistol, and plasma pistol just has so much ammo, and there are so many plasma pistols lying around that you can use. Jackals are a little bit more difficult to the ones with the shields in this game than they were in like Halo 2 and 3 because they used to use the same animation for those games for taking them down. You would shoot them once in the hand and then they would stumble and then you'd headshot them. But they would all stumble in exactly the same way. And people thought that was kind of cheesy, like they're not all going to stumble in the same, exact same animation. That's probably why they changed it. Plus, everyone was so used to just shooting them in the hand and shooting them in the head.
Nobody's left standing.
Really
Let's move on to central
So
control.
it was sort of a new thing you had to learn for killing them. And I'm glad they added, when you push down on the D-pad, it'll show you the direction you're supposed to go, and in so many Halo games, you didn't have anything
Central control
like
is
that.
through those doors.
And you'd just be wandering around lost.
Hunter!
Just unsure where you're supposed to be going.
That's not possible.
You said she was gone.
I watched her die.
I think that
We have a mission to
happened,
focus on. We can talk about this later.
Like 4
Lights on.
and 1.
Frederick, get us back on course for central control.
Bringing up
So I
schematics.
can, 2.
There's an elevator we can use, but access is 4 levels down.
Mark a path. Hostile contact.
Might have had something like that in ODST. ODST is also where they started like highlighting the weapons on the ground, and they carried that over to this one so you can see weapons easier. That brings me back to the first Halo, just killing a bunch of grunts while they were asleep. And then people watching being like, oh my god, you're just gonna kill those things while they were asleep? Yeah.
Elite! Active camouflage!
And you can't tell your squad to lock on to elites and group fire on them when they have active camo. And I'm dead.
Give me a hand.
I'm up.
Eyes on suicide front. Front down. Need support. Careful, Chief. Nice smoke.
You're still active, Fred.
I think their names are Fred, Kelly, and Linda. That's what it sounds like. That's what I remember from the book. Really, The Fall of Reach was the only good Halo book. I got the other ones, but could never finish them. They were done by a different author. You know, maybe it's also more interesting learning about the childhoods of the Spartans
Chief, what did
than
Cortana say
the
to you?
other stories that they do.
Not enough. Something about
Because,
Meridian.
Meridian's a backwater.
Master Chief growing
She's
up,
active.
it kind
What's she
of
doing so
was
far out
similar
on the
to
frontier?
Ender's Game, but I felt like I liked it better than Ender's Game. It's a simpler story, though, while they're all kids. And the way that starts is them being kids, and then, you know, by the end, they're like super soldier adults.
Hunters. They're keeping pace with us.
Actually, the cinema scene, how this mission started, reminded me of one of the things they did in the book. When I was a kid, I felt like reading the book made me better at the game, but, you know, when you're a kid and it's all so new,
Big one's gonna get you! Big one's gonna get you!
getting older and
Got
stuff.
a lot of ground left to cover. We should keep moving down. System locked.
Look at the way they're just all standing around.
Back in it.
Just not doing anything else.
Priority hot.
Until it marks them. And I look silly using this plasma pistol, but yeah, it practically has unlimited ammo. People are so good online, like your shield goes down and takes cover, they're probably gonna land a grenade right on top of you.
I've got you, Fred.
People got those grenades.
Take this position.
On it.
Reach level 3. One more level down to the elevator for central control. Covenant BattleNet just lit up. And I think I know why. Covenant ships exiting slip space.
Central control. The plan changes to asset denial. We scuttle the Argent Moon.
Ship's reactor core is near here. Same plan as the Perpetual Devotion?
We overload the reactor and evac. Ship explodes, destroying any ships nearby.
The reactor is below the lab just ahead. We can use air ducts to travel between them. Marking the access panel.
Yeah, I have no idea why these original videos wouldn't download. I hope that doesn't happen more.
Green 5 clearance accepted. Authorizing entry.
Because if we get the original files to download,
There's chatter about
you can
Jewel
make
and Dharma on
HD
Covenant
and everything,
comms.
and
The new
look a
arrivals
lot
say he's
nicer.
dead.
Somebody cut the head off the Covenant. Bravo.
Hunters.
They're strong, but slow. Use the lab equipment to keep above them and out of their reach.
Weapons free.
And another problem I ran into was I forgot to put the other half of the videos on the playlist that I was keeping them on.
Blue team, priority target.
And I just sort of lucked out that they were even still findable. Or that they were even there to begin with.
Get Kelly back in the fight. Blue team, when they need
And
support.
this was like the first time ever that I did what you're supposed to do against these hunters, which is jump up on these like high-rise platforms on the sides, just stay above them out of their reach.
Blue team, move to assist. I'm down.
There's no way for him to say gonna get up there.
Get you stabilized, Kelly.
And you know, I'm pretty sure earlier on I picked up the Hydra. Well, I didn't pick it up. I told like one of them to pick it up, like Kelly probably. Told Kelly to pick up the Hydra, and you'll see her using it.
Take these coordinates. Team, get on that hostile. Fred needs a hand.
System flock.
On your feet, Fred.
Yeah, the hunters were a lot easier in the first Halo. All you need to do was shoot them once in the back with the Magnum, which I only ever started doing like this year. Before then, you know, I played it as a kid. I would always like, carry rockets around the whole time. I had to see. Oh, there it was. Yeah, Kelly's using the Hydra. And in other Halo games, if you give I call them NPCs, you know, if you give like a Marine or something a rocket launcher, I especially notice this in Reach, they will keep on using it. They have it has unlimited ammo
Blue
for
team,
them.
on my target.
But normally I only see that I would only do that when I had a Marine in my passenger seat. I'd give them a rocket launcher or a fuel rod cannon, and it would just be like the ultimate vehicle. When they're in your passenger seat, you also get the points for the stuff that they kill. But if they're just like wandering around with it, then you don't.
Hunters down.
The reactor core is just below us. Let's go.
Schematics show a path to
And
the
you don't
reactor
really do
below
that
here.
in this game, even though you've got a squad now. You're like never with Marines.
Reactor room is just ahead. We can light this fuse and bolt.
No salvage for the Covenant.
Charge.
Right, let's go.
And yeah, I really sort of wish that the Halo levels wouldn't be an hour long.
System lock. Need a hand
I'm
here.
pretty sure it took me like an hour 40 to beat the last level.
Let's go, Kelly.
Which is driving itself insane. And I'm pretty sure I eventually decide that this is not. Yeah, tell them to go down first, draw some of their fire, so then I can go.
Reactor controls are on the far side of the room. Eliminate the Covenant forces and get to those controls. Kelly's down. Move to assist.
Yeah, you got a squad, and you can even tell them who to shoot at specifically, and you get points for their kills just like you would in Rainbow Six.
Get moving.
Consider it done.
On it.
Take this position.
Got it.
Take these coordinates.
Roger.
Right away.
Now, I remember this just being a pain, and I think the entire video of me doing this part didn't record.
Storm rifles up.
It's fine almost, because I almost want to edit stuff out.
Move up.
Right now I'm noticing that the mission time and the time in the video are exactly the same, pretty much still. 20 seconds out.
I'm down. Need an assist.
I'm down.
I've got you, Chief.
Back in it. On your feet, Linda. Blue team, move to assist. You're still active fresh.
Yeah, you can see Kelly using that Hydra
Still seeing hostiles.
little
Clear them out
rocket
so we can
missile
initiate the
launcher
overload.
thing, hold on to the target.
Got it.
Right away.
You could see her using it
moving.
against the hunters, but when you give one of them a
Blue
weapon,
team. Take these coordinates.
use it.
Going now.
I copy.
And yeah, there's a whole bunch of battle rifles here. I don't know why I'm sniped.
System locked.
Taking jackal fire.
I don't know why I'm using the Magnum.
Yeah.
I think I just like the Magnum more.
I've got
I think what I was actually thinking was I'll just use up all the Magnum ammo and then get the battle rifle. But by that time, I had already killed everything. Yeah, they're really bunkered in there in fortified defensive positions, and you got enemies running around the sides trying to get behind you. Takes forever to kill these guys.
on my mark, blue team.
Got it.
Roger that.
I'm down.
Up and at him, Chief.
Back in it.
Yeah, and once I realized that they're not grunts on those turrets, I stopped trying to kill them from that far away with the Magnum and switched to a plasma pistol right here. I can take down the Elite's shield. Boom. Felt really good about killing stuff with the Magnum from that far away. Oh god.
I need
Feel
support.
that happen.
Assisting.
I'm up.
And it's funny that they have that light on their head. I don't know what that is. That must be some kind of targeting device like Deadshot uses. But if they didn't have that, it would be a lot more difficult to headshot those snipers.
Engage the elite.
Consider it done.
Yeah, see that, yeah, the video just changed a little bit, it just jumped, and, and I also can see that the time, the mission time has changed. It's now 10 minutes in the future. Because the video time is at 30 minutes and the mission time is at 40 minutes, and we're already at 1,000,000 points, so I just need to finish the level. I didn't even have the fan installed on, so I could have gotten over 1,000,000 points if I could do it. Probably could. But,
Take this position.
this level is pretty difficult. It's long. I feel like it could have been cut in half. It's the second mission of the game.
Get moving. Sure. Blue team, move to assist.
New target, 1 elite.
Systems and green, Pinda.
And the missing footage is probably just me doing what I already was doing and then dying and then having to do that, you know, having to kill all those enemies all over again. It's a very slow, drawn-out manner.
On my mark, blue team. Pick up this weapon.
Roger. Picked up a beam rifle.
Pressure them.
Take that elite.
That one's hurt.
Patience.
Engage the elite.
Area's clear. Initiate the overload.
And here's an annoying part. Right after you do this overload thing, all those weapons disappear, and I did not have the weapons I wanted on the ground. And yeah, all the weapons are gone. Like, what? Where'd all the weapons go?
Got it. Reactor's overloading. Move for the hangar bay. Containment.
There's a weapon
Station's going to
right
try
there.
to cool the reactor.
I guess UNSC is better
Oh,
reactor
the
safety
storm
protocol
rifles
than
are
the
still
Covenant.
around.
We can stop that. Board the reactor.
But then there's
Board the
also
reactor?
still those
If it's being
weapon
moved, we should go with it.
Because I was probably thinking I would get a battle rifle finally, but then once I walked up to one, I got full ammo on the Magnum, so I was like, just stick with the Magnum.
The safety systems are set to pump coolant to the reactor.
This whole plan fails if that coolant gets a chance to work.
Shame to lose the Argent Moon, but I'd love to see the look on the Covenant's faces when she goes supernova.
How do we stop it?
There are sheds located on either side of the cooling chamber. Those are our targets.
Reach the control
I'm gonna
sheds.
sneeze.
Get the cooling system offline.
And I think the video might cut off here too, or no, what happened was this is where I misplaced the footage and had to find it again. I was worried that this entire scene didn't record.
I need a hand here.
I was pretty proud of it. But then, yeah, it's down. I think, no, I die here. Oh, that's why.
I'm up.
I'm so antsy at this part. I just want to run straight up to these things and just like angry killing them. Trying.
System lock.
Oh no, and Kelly's all the way over there. She's not gonna make it. Gonna get shot down. And that's it.
We hunt well today, my brother.
Take this position. Move, blue team.
I gotta get over there. I gotta get through these enemies in this part and I'll do it as fast as I can. My instinct is to run by them and just get to the next part.
Take this position.
Get in there, find the switch or whatever. I'm punching the window for no reason. Oh, I remember now. You have to get in the Banshee and then go down to a lower level, but that's where the switch is. And yeah, I grab these rocket launchers and try and clear the skies a bit. It takes usually 2 missiles to blow up one of these Banshees, and I was like, let's just take care of these Banshees and get them out of my way right away. It's like, oh yeah, the panel thing is down there. Huh. Fuel rod cannon and rocket launcher. It's just like, I hope you know what you're doing. You're not going to have any medium range weapons. Yeah, I used to love the Banshee.
Shades are still closed on those coolant pipes. Find a way to open them.
Yeah, just gotta get out of this.
Override controls.
And here's a big tip for this
Override
part. I
activated.
remember feeling this before and it taking me forever to
Perfect.
shoot
Coolant
all
system
these,
inner workings are exposed.
vents.
Eliminate the targets, Blue Team.
The Banshee.
Grab Banshees.
And you know,
You can
other
target the pipes
Banshees
more
will
easily
be
from the air.
attacking you.
The Armada's been alerted to
when
our
you're in the
presence.
sky.
Reinforcements inbound. They're
Everything on
sending
the
phantoms.
ground is shooting you, and the Banshees don't have a lot of health. So using the Banshee the whole time is not recommended. I think it's a lot better. You see, I'm like running up and daily just because I just have a rocket launcher and a field rocket. Because I want to use the rocket launcher to kill the Banshees. So I kind of do what I can. Oh, I gotta melee him to death right away because he's gonna blow me up. And I think when they kill you with the fuel rod cannon, you don't even go down, you just die. Yeah, I kill as many Banshees with the rocket launcher as I can. Make myself feel safe before I do the next part. You have tons of points, so you're already at 1.5 million. But that mission's going on for so long. But yeah, you just take the fuel rod cannon and shoot like 8 out of 10 of these vents just from the starting platform. There's only like 2 vents that you can to shoot, and this is way easier in my opinion than using the Banshee bombs and flying around on the Banshee. And yeah, this is way easier because I'm just instantly taking them all out. I was also still worried about running out of time when doing this because I was under the impression that if you went over an hour, you would stop scoring and like score wouldn't count because I think that's the way it was like in Halo 3. It made the mission skulls more difficult to complete in an hour. Your score wouldn't count, or you would stop scoring, something like that. So I was really worried about running out of time. But yeah, some missions took me an hour 40 and never stopped me from scoring more points.
Blue Team, evac now.
Banshees aren't fast enough to get clear of the reactor explosion.
Calling in the Pelican.
So you don't need to be worried about going over.
No signal on autopilot retrieval. Armada must have taken it out.
Frederick, find the nearest...
Yeah, look, I'm not even trying to destroy the vents anymore.
Blue Team,
I'm just
evac
flying
now.
around in this Banshee.
Banshees aren't fast enough to get
It's
clear
like,
of the
feel how
reactor
dangerous
explosion.
this is.
Calling in the
Things are
Pelican.
shooting at you, there was phantoms in the air.
No signal on
other
autopilot
Banshees.
retrieval. Armada must have
Not
taken
that
it out.
many, because I
Frederick, find the nearest hangar bay.
Oh,
We're
I'm
taking a
falling.
prowler.
No, I'm gonna die because I'm in a Banshee. Ah! Just waiting for this to show up, just for them to.
There's
make
the
a
hangar
run.
entrance.
Prowler is just inside, through an airlock.
Still got this fuel rod cannon and the rocket launcher.
This station's
Those
about to
aren't
be
really the
slagged.
ones you wanna
Move to the
use.
Prowler.
Not even sure that rocket launcher has any ammo.
Reactor core temperature has exceeded 1,373 Kelvin. Failure imminent.
It is so frustrating shooting things with a fuel rod cannon in this game and then not dying.
There's the Prowler.
I think it was a lot
More
more
Covenant.
powerful in Halo 2.
Clear them out and prep for launch.
And do it quick. I'd rather not be here when the station melts
And
around
luckily
us.
you get here and there's some weapons before any enemies.
Immediately.
Pick up that weapon. Take this
And I'm
one.
trying
Got
to
it.
put explosive weapons in all my Spartans' inventories. Hoping
Pick up this
that
weapon.
Going now.
that'll help me.
On my mark, blue team.
Okay.
But I think most of them die with like barely using
Take this weapon.
any of
Okay.
the weapons I spent giving them. And sometimes the same Spartan will just keep on picking that stuff up.
Pick up that weapon.
Sure.
Beam rifle and railgun. Once again, not exactly the best weapons combination. This is like you're using a beam rifle. It takes like an entire ammo capacity to kill an elite,
The demon and his fruit.
and then shooting jackals or grunts in the head with a beam rifle. It's like if a magnum could have done that. And now you're out of ammo.
Marking the Prowler's control
And yeah, I
panel.
got hit by a fuel rod cannon, so I didn't go down. I just instantly died. Luckily, all that equipping was saved, so I didn't have to equip them with weapons again. Oh, and dead again. Wouldn't that be annoying? I just have to keep on giving them rocket launchers and stuff that they don't even use.
Move up.
Okay.
I feel like I'm trying to play smart here, giving them rocket launchers. I think they'd be blowing the crap out of them.
Take that elite.
Open and cover. Let's flag.
Marking the Prowler's control panel.
I'm thinking the only reason I'm using the beam rifle is because it's fun.
Take these coordinates.
And yeah, you know, this part just goes on forever.
Reactor containment failure. Immediate evacuation advised.
Enemy waves keep coming. And I remember my squad dying, there being all these elites up, and me just taking cover a whole
Demon
bunch.
and his fruit base.
Engage the
And
elite.
then use the Hydra a little bit. And if they bleed out with a weapon, that weapon just disappears. But if you tell them to pick up a new weapon, they'll drop that weapon you told them to pick up. So it's a way of carrying more weapons, as long as you can keep them alive. And of course, for me, all of them died
Get moving.
eventually. I mean, this part goes on for a long time.
Launch controls are here.
Vehicle launch preparations initiated. Fuel cells at 0%. Initiating fuel.
Hold off the Covenant while the Prowler preps for launch.
Take that elite.
Nice. Yeah, the rail gun's good at killing elites.
Hunter popped up.
More hunters!
Team, get on that hostile.
And yeah, you know, that's why I was putting explosive weapons like fuel rod cannons and rocket launchers and all of their on all their weapon equips, because I was hoping they would use them on the hunters, but you barely see them use those weapons at all. Like, hit them with rockets and stuff.
Get Kelly back in the fight.
Yeah, they're like all dead. Or, oh, hey, they're not dead.
Move to assist.
But that's what happens a lot of the time when you set their target on a hunter, and that'll just get them all killed. And now they're all dead. And if they all die and there's no one to pick you up when you go down, and that makes you have to restart at the checkpoint again. So then you just sort of have to wait like you're playing a battle royale game. Just wait, doing nothing, wait for them to respawn, so you have that safety net. Yeah, it's like you can just keep on shooting hunters with the railgun, and that's why sometimes I just resort to shooting them with a plasma pistol, which as long as I'm hitting them in the back. So I use up all explosive weapon ammo. Yeah, and they all died, so now they don't have those explosive weapons I gave them. And I didn't tell them to drop them before they died, so now they're just gone. I guess I should have kept them close by and had them keep on picking up weapons on the ground and getting those weapons back, and then just using up all those all the ammo one after the other on these things. That'd be a way to do it. It was like, oh my god, so many railgun shots. Each one of those could have been elites, you know. I guess that's why I probably should have been using them to kill elites. One hunter down. They're not worth that
Reinforcements
much.
inbound.
It's like 21,000. I was getting 70,000 for a Banshee, and you know, you finish off an elite with a headshot, that's 16,000, and that's a lot easier than fighting a hunter. It's almost the same amount of points. 8,000 for a jackal, like 3 jackals more points than a hunter, so. Boom, that's more points than a hunter right there.
Move up. Kelly's comms went dead.
Don't know what I'm trying to accomplish there. Oh, but all my squad mates are going down again. I guess I hadn't learned yet. I should be trying harder to keep them alive. Oh, and it's gonna be. And yeah, a lot of checkpoints will be like when your teammates are all dead. You die. You keep on respawning at a part where one of the teammates are dead and he's in a bad position. What is that, 1,800? Almost at 2 million. Like, what are you doing shooting the fuel rod came from that far away? What was I trying to accomplish?
We lost Linda.
Sorry,
Get to cover.
being really ineffective. Oh, good, I got one with me. And yeah, I still remember this part, just like I felt like I was just stuck at these elites forever. that bridge, I just kept on taking cover. Squad mates kept on dying and stuff. And I was just exhausted. I just hit an hour. I was worried. It was the first time I went to an hour. I was worried that the points were just going to stop. And just right at that part where I'm trying to finish the level. Yeah, and there's really nothing that hard about this level. It probably seemed really hard to me when I was doing it this time, but oh god, the levels get so much worse. It's like this is just killing some elites. Like, if you didn't use up all that railgun ammo, then you probably could have just used it to kill them, But no, you had to shoot the entire thing at the hunters. It's like nothing.
Right away.
I got a railgun could have just instantly killed those elites I'm struggling with. I don't know why these elites are so strong. I normally don't have any trouble with them. Seems like they're just going berserk.
Team, get on that hostile.
Is that the same hunter, or is that a new hunter? Has that hunter just been around this whole time? Just haven't pushed it off yet? I mean, I guess we were just leaving each other alone. You're probably just gonna miss with this. Oh, never mind. Like, oh yeah, wow. 2 rockets. Barely even heard it. That's where I started thinking, man, maybe, oh, miss. 3 rocket hits and the thing's still alive.
No
Probably
signal from
not
window.
even
Hold
hurt.
position.
Like, that seems kind of ridiculous. It's like, what, you're playing on Legendary Mythic. And everyone's dead. Oh, God.
Take this position. Get moving.
Yeah, well, if I don't make 2 million points, it's because of all these times I died. It's like, oh my god, no, are you kidding me? What? These elites are alive again? Oh man, and they took me so long to kill. And that's always frustrating, spending a couple minutes killing these things, dying, and then them being alive again. Especially after, as you can see, the mission time, it's already been an hour. And this is like, wow, I'm just stuck in this video game hell. Still firing the fuel rod cannon across the map, just waste the name of it. It's not like there's a lot that fuel rod cannon can even do. It's a pretty shitty weapon campaign. You'll like the sword, and it's like, yeah, it's normally a power weapon, but it doesn't seem like it's even worth picking up on a sniper rifle. Oh god. Barely get any kills with the sniper rifle.
Hunter here.
Move, blue team.
Sure.
Take this, Spartan. On thy mark, blue team.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm tempted to just edit a lot of this out, but I don't want to just be editing a lot of my footage. Oh god, this just feels so terrible, just like shooting at them with the plasma pistol. Taking cover. The shield's down, finish him off. Yes.
Here comes the grenade!
And look at that, oh wow. God. Just gonna comment on how the charged up plasma shot didn't take a shield all the way down, but it basically did. I hit him with all four. It's like angry attacking that thing. Used up all the ammo, start throwing grenades. Just like, die! Just die! Just finish the level. Hey, there was a rocket launcher underneath the map, so in the middle of the map, underneath, there is a rocket launcher, and then on this bridge, there's a rocket launcher, so I already got a couple rockets. Finally. There's like 5 rockets and 2 railgun shots.
Prowler is ready.
And that's
Forward now, blue
that's
team.
that level, and I did not score 2 million points. My goal was 1 million, so it's fine. 1.9. Yeah. And then, for some reason, the retrieving data, I couldn't retrieve the data. The score still saved, but it was like, just like one thing after another. It's like unsuccessful at retrieving data. So waiting at it over here for 30 seconds, waiting to see my medals and kills and stuff. You know, not that it matters. Oh, sorry. We encountered an error or a problem or something. It's like, oh, okay.